Hello and welcome back to a new weekly reading vlog. It is currently Tuesday. My name is Kizzy as well if you didn't know, and I talk about books on this channel. Welcome. So it's currently Tuesday and I am halfway through Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. This is it here. I am literally on 250 pages, which is pretty much slap bang in the middle. And if you watched last week's reading vlog, you'll know that I am enjoying this. I think it has a really cool magic system that revolves around Merlin, or is inspired by Merlin and Arthur. It is an urban fantasy, so it is set in contemporary time in America, but there is like a secret society in this college that this girl has gone to that she's discovered, and their magic revolves around Merlin, or is inspired by Merlin. So they're kind of like all descendants of Merlin, and they get possessed by Merlin. It's a bit confusing, I'm not gonna lie. It was really well explained. I'm just not very good at picking up things very quickly and remembering these kind of key details very well. So I am excited to continue reading with this. The relationships in it, so we've obviously got the main character. She has recently lost her mum, so she's dealing with a lot of grief that is also kind of caught up in the new society that she's found, this magic world that she's found that no one really knows about unless they're within this society. And she's kind of met someone called Nick, who is kind of the romantic interest, shall we say, and she's got close with him really quickly, but kind of the speed of the relationship that they've gone at, like there's not like insta love, that kind of thing. Like there was kind of just a very fast connection, and it makes me not trust it. I don't know if that's just me reading into anything, but I kind of want it not to be trustworthy, even though I feel like that would be heartbreaking at the same time. And then there's another character called Cell, who is definitely the one that you're not meant to trust, but I feel like it's going to do a flippy thing, and you're actually it's going to be like I always say Rysand, but I think it's Reese in A Court of Thorns and Roses, you know, that whole kind of flipping scenario. I feel like it's gonna do that. There's been no hints that that's how it's gonna be. That's kind of just me wanting it to go in that direction. We'll see whether or not it does. So that is my plan, to finish that this week. Tomorrow I'm actually moving back home for a month and a half, or about a month. And what am I gonna continue on reading? I think I'm going to continue on reading with the 5th season series, so I'll be starting the next book in that. I think it's called the Obelisk Gate. I think that's the second one. So I will be starting that hopefully in a couple of days. Hopefully I will finish this today and tomorrow, and then we'll get to start that on Thursday. So that's the plan. But yes, as I said, I'm really enjoying this and I can't wait to continue on with it, and let's see how it goes. Hello, this is absolutely terrible lighting, but I have moved back home for the month, and there is stuff literally, like there's bags everywhere and stuff, because I literally took home pretty much half of my stuff. You saw like the massive boxes of books that I took home in last week's reading vlog. So yeah, lots of organising to do, but because I am who I am and I often forget where I'm going to be living or misjudge when things are going to come out and things like that, I've got just two pre-orders that I ordered, and one in particular I'm very excited about, but I thought I'd just unbox them quickly, and I wanted to do it on the vlog, so I'm doing it in the evening when we just got home. This one is, funnily enough, a book that I pre-ordered because I thought it came out in 2020, so I ordered this in 2019, and I clearly read the date wrong, that it was coming out. And because you could already pre-order, like you can't normally pre-order books that early on, like a whole year and a bit before they come out. I don't know. I'm not taking full credit for my misunderstanding, but I did misunderstand. So I pre-ordered this, and I cannot remember what it's about, but I just think the cover looked really cool, and it was in my most anticipated reads of 2020, which obviously was a fail because it didn't come out in 2020. So there you go. It's one of my first videos on YouTube as well. But this is the Gilded ones by Namina, I believe. So this, I think it is YA. I think it's YA, but it is definitely a fantasy. I just think it's such a cool cover, like, I love it. I never used to be a fan of people on covers, like Throne of Glass. I've never really been a fan of those covers, but recently, in the recent years, they've just like, I don't know, I feel like they've just upped the drawing kind of game on front covers, and I think I'm here for it. So the back cover says, "Are we girls or are we demons? Are we going to die or are we going to survive? In this bold and immersive fantasy, a young heroine fights to save a world that would dare tame her and discovers she is her own fiercest weapon." For fans of Children of Blood and Bone and Black Panther, ooh. So I'm not, I like the first, I have a love-hate relationship with Children of Blood and Bone, but Black Panther, yes. I am very excited for this, and I actually forgot that I'd ordered this, and then I got a, oh my gosh, I didn't even notice those. I like it. Yes, this looks like a YA fantasy, just from a quick judge at the size of the print, because that's obviously very scientific. But I had completely forgotten that this was coming out until I got the email notification saying, "You've got a book delivered coming to your door." I was like, what? And then it was being delivered here, and I was like messaging my mum saying, "I'm sorry, I ordered another book, it's coming to yours." So the next book I have is in this massive box from Fairyloot, and this is a reprint that they did with the new book coming out. So it is one of my favourite series. I'm gonna reread it because I just want to reread it, and I want to reread it in these editions, and it's just I'm just so excited that I can't even speak right now because I can't believe these are in front of me. We ordered these, obviously you ordered these like ages ago, and there was a big hullabaloo because they had signed editions that you could get if you signed up for like a pre-sign up, and I pre-signed up, and then the website kept crashing and it wouldn't let me put through my payment details, and then by the time it did, the signed editions had all sold out. But it was okay because I do have other editions that are like aren't as beautiful as these, but I actually got to see her and actually get her physically signing them, so it's okay. I'm fine about it, as you can tell. I'm so excited. Let's get rid of these. Look at it! I'm so excited. Okay, oh my gosh, okay, freaking out. Okay, oh. They're just so beautiful. Do you know when something is so like beautiful you want to squeeze it? That's what I'm feeling right now. Okay, calm yourselves. Okay, so these are the Fairyloot editions of the Ember and the Ashes series. So if you don't know, these books, well, one of the books that I got me back into reading like fantasies, I would say this, Red Queen and Throne of Glass are the three books that got me back into reading when I kind of had a big break from it and got me into the genre of fantasy. Like I had never really read or delved into that apart from like Harry Potter, but these mean a lot to me, and they changed the covers like halfway through, and they didn't publish the first two in hardback, they only did it in paperback. So I didn't bother buying the first two again in a different edition because I was like, well, they're gonna be in paperback anyway, it doesn't really matter. So I was just like, I'll have at least two paperbacks in the old editions and then two hardbacks in the new editions, and then that had enough symmetry in it for me to be, that's okay. But then when Fairyloot, oh, I mean look, I don't even know if you can properly see. It's not focusing very well in this lighting, but that is the Ember and the Ashes, so that is what that one looks like. You'll probably have seen these covers on the paperbacks, but these are them. This is them in the hardback, and then you have A Torch Against the Night, which also has this design pattern. Again, not very well focused. Oh, they just look so beautiful. And then that's a bit bent, but it's okay, you know. Oh, it's ripped. Oh, it's ripped. Look, it's ripped. But it's okay, it's fine. It's absolutely okay because you know what? It's well loved already. I already love it. That's got, I think is it the same design? Yeah, it's the same design. It still looks amazing. So this is the Reaper and the Gate, so I'd have this pretty much in the exact same edition. I think it's actually on the top here. Oh, so it is gold foiled. So if you can see, the writing is gold foiled. On the normal edition, it's just white. And this isn't gold foiled. I don't know if gold foiling was a thing when this book was published, probably not at that point. but that is gold foiled as well. So just, it's the little details, it's the little details. And then obviously we have the finale book, A Sky Beyond the Storm, which is this beautiful purple, and it has gold foiling as well. And we have the same purple edges with that design on it. And oh, we've got end pages. Ooh. So the dust jacket, if you take it off, has this kind of constellation-y kind of pattern, which is just lovely. I think they all have that probably. All slightly different constellation-y pattern. Oh, it's just so exciting. It's just so beautiful. Okay, I'm freaking out, but it's okay. People that don't bother about, like, aren't fussed by editions and stuff, which I totally see why. Like, I never used to be, but they're probably gonna be watching this like, it's just a book, man, calm down, like, what the hell. Like, my friend that watches this is gonna be like, what the hell are you freaking out about? Because it's just books. But oh, they're so amazing. Look at all these. To be fair, I'd forgotten that they had sprayed edges. I was just excited that they were all going to be in hardback and the new editions, but like, look at this. Okay, I'm so happy with myself and my life. I'm going to go show these to my mum now, and I'll get back to you with some reading updates very soon. Good morning, guys. It is currently Friday and I literally just finished Legendborn, and this is a really good book. I'm giving it a very, very, very strong 4 stars. I didn't quite get the kind of like 5-star feel, as I like to say, but it was so close, like especially the ending with like, there were quite a lot of plot twists and kind of new information that came to light at the end of the book. And the first plot twist I almost got. I had the idea, I just didn't get it with the right person. I thought it was someone else that was going to be about, but it wasn't, it was someone else. And then there was just like a lot of information came to light at the end of that book, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I would really recommend it, especially if you're into kind of Merlin and that kind of thing, because I think it's a really interesting take on how that magic might have manifested if it was in like modern day. And I just really enjoyed it. I think it's a really good book and I would highly recommend. And I'm very interested to see how it goes in the next book. For like the romantic side of it, I have theories on how that's going to develop. We'll see if I'm right. I don't know when the next book's coming out. I think this came out pretty recently, I believe. So this is 2020, so hopefully it'll be this year. So there is an Untitled book on here, first published 2021, so hopefully this year. Don't know when, but that will be exciting. But yeah, I liked Sel as a character, Selwyn. He's this kind of dark and broody, that typical dark and broody character that is misunderstood. So I really liked him, and I thought the way he developed and his storyline, the way his storyline's going, I think will be a much bigger point or a bigger player in the next book. And yeah, I'm just excited to continue with the story. Yeah, would highly recommend. I think it is definitely worthy of all the praise that it's been getting recently. I've seen it everywhere, and it's just, yeah, it's a really good book and it's fun. And for someone that doesn't like urban fantasy, this surprised me. Like, as soon as I started reading it and kind of realising what it was, I was a little bit hesitant because I just finished that Bone Season book and I wasn't the biggest fan. I was like, oh, this kind of reminds me of that. But it was definitely different and it was definitely much better and the best urban fantasy. One of the best urban fantasies that I've read. So, would highly recommend. I feel like I've just said that like the same thing a million times, but there we go. So I think I am going to continue on with the 5th season trilogy. So the next book is the Obelisk Disc, I think, off memory. That probably is really wrong, but I'm going to start that. Excited to continue on with the series and see how that goes, and I'll let you know how that's going when that happens. I'm going to do some uni work now and probably start that tonight. Good morning. So it's currently Tuesday and I completely had a weekly day brain fart this last few days. For some reason I knew it was Monday yesterday, like I did, but I didn't realise that tomorrow would be then Tuesday, which would mean I then have to upload this video today, which I haven't edited and I haven't finished, and it's now meant to be uploaded in about 20 minutes, so it's not going to happen this morning. Hopefully this video will be up this afternoon though. I don't know what happened there, but I just had a brain fart. Since coming back, I've been clearing out my brother's room because it was an absolute mess. He's older than me, so he doesn't actually live at home anymore. So we're trying to make it like a livable workspace. But we spent 2 trips at the dump yesterday, like massive carloads. And I've been clearing out this room as well because this has now got like my uni room stuff, which has obviously accumulated over 3 years. And the stuff that was here before was a lot and needs to go, a lot of it. But I think I need a new bookcase because my bookcase is looking full. If I show you, it is like double layered, and then we've also got the bookcase there. Those books in the corner are being donated, and so are those glasses and things. So it's still looking a little bit of a mess, but it's better than it was before, that's for sure. So I've been kind of doing that a lot and not really doing much reading, but I am about 50 pages through this and I am enjoying it, but I think it's taking me a minute to get used to the writing style again, because even though I think it's really good, her writing, she writes the main character perspective is written in second person, and it's not something you read very often. I think it's quite hard to do and quite hard to pull off, and I think she does pull it off. Like, I think it is, you can totally read it, like it's not unreadable. That's not what I want to get at. It just takes me a little bit to kind of get used to it and kind of get the flow of the writing, which is what I felt with the first book as well, and I definitely did get used to it, so I'm not worried about that at all. And I thoroughly enjoyed her writing style. Like, I think she's an incredible writer, but it is just taking me a minute. So I haven't been reading like massive chunks in a long, like I've been doing like small snippets the last few days, but I'm enjoying the direction it's going and the different character perspectives we're getting. They're different from the first book slightly. We do have a character from the first book in this as well, but we also have like other perspectives as well from what I'm getting at. Obviously I'm only 3 chapters in, so we've only got 2 character perspectives so far. But I'm intrigued to see how this goes because I don't think it's a predictable book at all. I didn't think her last book was... I predicted one thing about her last book, but it wasn't really a plot thing, it was more like a structure thing, I suppose. But I didn't actually... The story, I think, because the world is so unique and the characters are unique and they've gone through a lot of things, and the magic system's not entirely explained because they don't entirely know. They're still growing and developing in the magic. It makes it like very unknown. Like you feel like something constantly bad is about to happen. Like you're always on edge when reading this, which I suppose is quite heavy, but like it's not a very light-hearted book. Whereas like I do quite like fantasies that throw in a bit of humour in there. This isn't one of those, but I also don't mind that. Like I don't mind if it's not in there at all. So yeah, I think I'm going to round up because I think this vlog might be quite long. I don't actually know because I haven't edited it yet, but there we go. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you would like to see next week's video where I'll be continuing reading this, and probably I feel like reading the next book, so finishing the trilogy in next week's vlog, please subscribe and stick around for that. And if you like this video and would like to see more vlogs, please give it a like. That really helps out everything. And I will see you in the next video very soon.